Hello everyone and welcome to my newest Let's Play, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, originally released on the Super Nintendo in October 1992. It was made available on the Wii Virtual Consoles, and that's the version that I will be playing here. So, it is Final Fantasy, but not Final Fantasy, I guess, in name only. This game, you'll notice, bears more resemblance to the Final Fantasy Adventure and the Final Fantasy Legend 3 that we just got done playing. That's because the team that made Final Fantasy Legend 3 also made this game. So, this game is kind of like they usually call it like the beginner's RPG. A lot of the more complicated mechanics are ignored in this game. For instance, like, whenever you get a weapon, you automatically equip it. The weapons are always better, so you don't have to worry about, like, juggling equipment for the most part. If you lose a battle, and I'll show you a lost battle, then you just restart right in the battle, so you can just try to restart it again. So yeah, you can see right here, there's some Final Fantasy Legend 3 similarities with there, pressing the B button to jump over gaps. So, you know, you also see some things with Final Fantasy Adventure, where you know, your character has different weapons, and different weapons can be used to interact with the environments. So, and we'll see that a little bit when we get an axe. We'll be able to chop down trees, just like in the Final Fantasy Legend. So, here we are at the beginning of the game with our hero, MARSHMAN. His village was just wiped out in an earthquake, and as he was escaping the earthquake, he ran up this hill. And he met this strange old man who flies around on a cloud. And the old man basically told him that, hey, look, monsters have taken the 4 elemental crystals and have locked the focus tower where the crystals used to be. And basically, unless these monsters are defeated and the crystals restored back to their place in the focus tower, then, you know, the world's going to continue to suffer. So, now here's our first enemy, the Behemoth. You can actually lose this battle if the Behemoth does a critical hit, or if you miss and don't get a critical hit. But like I said, you'll see what happens. If you lose a battle, it just basically says, like, hey, do you want to try again? And you restart at the beginning of that battle. So, that's more like a luck-based battle. So, but there will be some strategy in battle, so it's not like you're going to just have to just, you know, rely totally on luck all the time. You know, it's a little bit of strategy, but not as much as most other RPGs. Also, the game kind of railroads you. It's not like a lot of RPGs where you're dropped in an open world and you gotta figure things out. The game will basically tell you what you need to do and block your progress to prevent you from, like, just wandering around aimlessly. So right here we see there's a treasure chest down there, but we can't get to it because there's trees blocking the way. That boulder's blocking my way to town. Would you push it for me? So yeah, like Final Fantasy Adventure, you can interact with the environment. You push that boulder, and this guy says, hey, take this to Kaylee in the village, and let her know there's something going on in the forest. So here we are in Foresta. We gotta look for Kaylee. Luckily, she's in the first house. She's right here. Let's talk with her mother. First, my husband, Mac, forgot his cats in half. I hope nothing bad happens. Now, we saw some treasure chests here. Brown treasure chests respawn, so if we, like, left the village and then came back, that treasure chest would respawn again, and we just keep filling up with cure potions and stuff like that. I will not be doing that, but that's another way the game makes it a little bit easy. You can just, like, enter an area, get the treasure, come back, get the treasure, come back, get the treasure, come back, and you can really, like, max out your inventory, but I will not be taking advantage of that. But I will take advantage of some things, though, so. And we get our first party member, Kaylee. We're only going to ever have 2 party members at a time, so. Now I'm just going to make a quick change here. I'm going to change from scale to figure, and for the control from auto to manual. Change the message speed as well. Your characters who join your party will normally just attack on their own. They're, like, under the computer AI. And that could be a good thing. In some cases, it's kind of like with Dragon Warrior, where they will input their command as the battle goes on, So if the enemy like wipes you out or something, and then it's their turn, they'll cast a life spell to heal you back up. Now you couldn't, foresee that potentially happening, but the game will react as the battle unfolds. Whereas with your, just putting them on manual command, they just do what you tell them to do. So for the most part, though, manual is just, I guess, the way to go. And I'll explain a little bit why in a little bit. So once again, we got another treasure chest down there we can't reach because we don't have an axe to cut down this thing. Now Kaylee has an axe, but we can't use it, so thanks for the help back there. Take the chest in the back. So we see the chest back there. We can't get it. But we know there's a way to get back there. And because you can see there's like a little passageway in the back part of that tree. The crystal of earth is to the north in the bone dungeon. Alright, that's one of the 4 crystals. I've turned into an old man. That lady to the south, she also said that she was a young girl, but apparently there's a monster who drains energy in the forest, and that's what's making the forest die and wither, and is also like turning young people old. So we found our first magic, the Cure spell. You can use it in battle or out of battle to heal hit points. Those potions we got also can use in battle to and out of battle to heal hit points. Basically, the way that they work is they restore a quarter of your hit points. So basically, your level times 10, because you always gain hit points by 40 in this game. So let me cut this with my axe. So yeah, now Kaylee joins the party so she can take things out with the axe. And we get into a little fight. Now this is why I wanted to do manual control. Kaylee's strong enough to take out an enemy on her own. Marshman, though, is going to need 2 attacks to take off. So if we have Kaylee just attack an enemy by themselves and Marshman concentrate on another, we can defeat the battle in 2 turns. So Kaylee will take out 2 monsters, and then Marshman will take out the other one by himself. Where if we just had them on auto battle, Kaylee might attack the monster that Marshman already attacked, and you might have to do an extra, battle. So we can go get this treasure chest here. All the enemies in this game, there's no random encounters. That makes it a little bit easier as well. You can see the enemies on the screen, and the enemies, whatchamacallit, once you defeat them, they'll be gone as long as you stay in the screen or in the dungeon. But you can leave the dungeon and then come back, and the enemies will respawn, just like the treasure chests do. So now we have the slime monster there. I have the stats there. It's weak against bombs, similar to Final Fantasy Legend 3 that I just got finished playing, where like some enemies are weak to mystic swords. There's different, besides the elements that enemies can be weak against, they can also be weak against certain weapon types. So for instance, slimes, they're weak against bombs. We'll get to later on, we'll fight some tree enemies, and they're going to be weak against axes. Enemies that fly are weak against like shooting attacks, which are like throwing stars, bow and arrows. So yeah, weapons themselves are their own little, elements to an extent. So yeah, I'm just gonna off-screen these battles. Usually most places only have like 3 or 4 different enemies. Speaking of like 3 or 4 different things, you'll notice that when we fought there, enemies have different states, different pictures of themselves. As they take damage, they will change forms. Most monsters only have 2. They're full form, and then they're like half form when they're halfway down hit points. Bosses tend to have a little bit more forms, so you can get a better idea of how well you're doing in the battle based on the damage that the monster is showing. So we have our first boss. We can easily take this guy out with a glitch. If you have Kaylee use her life spell, it would automatically defeat the Minotaur. Even though he's not undead, and usually life only defeats undead things, but we're gonna take him out regularly, so he's not that hard. Now, the life spell is also interesting in that normally you use your life spell to revive a character who's been knocked out, reduces 0 hit points. But the life spell can also be used in battle to give yourself a full heal. So, all your companions are going to always come with the life spell. That's a way that the game makes it a little bit easier on you, because if you get knocked out, your partner will be able to revive you. So, like I said, there's a lot of things that this game does to, you know, ease people into, you know, the role-playing genre of games. So, and that was, like I said, the intention of the design team when they made this game. They didn't want to make it, like, overly complex. They wanted to reach a new audience in the Americas, because Americas didn't seem to, the console RPGs didn't seem to do all that well. I mean, we saw that with the first Dragon Warrior, where they brought a whole bunch of Dragon Warriors over, but no one bought it, so Nintendo resorted to giving away a free copy when you bought Nintendo Power. So unfortunately, Kaylee was poisoned before that battle, and so she's sick and she needs an elixir to heal herself. And we said, hey, we'll get the elixir. It's in the Sand Temple of North. But she's like, okay, thanks. And she gives us an axe. And the axe is a little bit better than the sword. It's stronger, and it can also have the function on the overworld here to chop down trees. So we can get this treasure chest over here, some cure potions. Most of the treasures around here are just gonna have cure potions. We did get that one heal potion earlier. That removes negative status effects. So I kept this battle in because it's gonna show off, unfortunately, I get critical hit. And I get defeated in this battle. Ooh, critical hit, I'm defeated. So it basically says, hey, you're gonna give up? If you say yes, then you're gonna have to just start over again from the last part you saved. But if you say no, you're not gonna give up, hey, the battle will restart at the beginning, and the RNG is shifted, so as you see, we're not gonna be stuck in a loop where that guy's gonna critical hit us again and there's no point in going on. So we managed to survive that. So yeah, so it's game makes it you know, tolerable like that. So got some more heal potions there. Another way to restore status is you can go back to Foresta here and sleep at the bed, the free bed. Some towns will have inns that you have to spend money on, but Foresta here, because it's like, you know, beginning and they're just like letting you into the game mechanics, the inn here is free. Take care, and that's Kaylee's mom. She doesn't have anything else more to say, even though her dog just got sick. Take care. Yeah, like I say, we can go and grab that those cure potions again, but that's kind of cheating. We'll add some difficulty to the game. But we can't come and get these cure potions for the first time. Come down and grab them. And like I said, we'll take advantage of this free healing that we got here. And that'll restore all our hit points, all our magic points. There's 3 types of magic in this game: white magic, black magic, and then wizard magic. Wizard magic tends to be a little bit like stronger than black magic, but it's like attack magic. White magic is like healing magic. So as we clear areas out, the game will allow us to move into new areas. Now we have these optional place things called battlefields. I'll be doing all the battlefields just because they usually have good, you know, rewards, and you get, you know, experience. So, plus they're a place where you can, you know, find some new monsters. So here you have a new monster, the Mad Plant. As you can see, it's weak against axes, so that means Marshman will be able to finish them off in one hit because he's using an axe. Now you could switch back to your sword if you wanted to, but most of the time the game is just going to give you the best weapon to use. So there are some times though you may have to switch weapons though to maybe interact with something on the overworld. Like swords, use them to push buttons. Axes cut down trees. You're going to get a hook shot that does like the chain sickle in Final Fantasy Adventure. So here's the other type of new enemy in this area, the Poison Toad. You might want to take them out first because they can poison you. Now if you're poisoned, you'll lose hit points between rounds in battle. It doesn't cure itself after battle, so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip ahead to the last battle and show off kind of a glitch. You kind of want to be careful about this glitch. Basically, if you gain a level in the final battle of a battlefield, the game will sometimes give you 2 levels. Now you get the stats right away. See here, you go into level 5, and then they give him a bonus level here, level 6. But now the experience level until we get to level 7, it's supposed to be until like as if we were going to level. It combines from 5 to 6 to 6 to 7. So it it just means that you're just delaying that. You're not leveling at the regular pace. You just leveled much quicker, but then it's going to slow down your advancement to level 7. So what I did was I just went into the level forest between this battle, went back, got some experience so that I won't incur this glitch, and then I came back in here to finish off this battlefield. All the battlefields are going to consist of 10 battles, and when you get when you finish them, you get a different reward. So for this one, we just got some extra experience. There's a battlefield over to the left, and that one, see, we just have to get 1,800 this time, and then the next level will be like 2,000, 400. That's where the 4,200 came from. So when we did that glitch, the battlefield on the left though, that'll have we'll get like a charm that'll increase our defense. So it behooves you to take on all the battlefields because 1, it just gives you extra experience, and 2, sometimes there's rewards. Now sometimes rewards ain't great; they're just like maybe gold, but take advantage of them anyway. So I said I'll be 100%ing this game, so I'll be showing off all the enemies and showing all the stuff off. So of course I'll be doing all the battlefields. I won't show off all the battles, but like I said, they're always in groups of 10. So we'll get here on the overworld, we'll make our quick save, and then we'll pick up here in our next episode where we head to the Sand Temple to get that elixir for Kaylee. Take care, bye!